Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the resurrection of the World Wrestling Future. Folks, we are here on Click Review on the MPWF Chairman channel with World Wrestling Future Click Review action. I'm your host as always, Dwayne James Johnny Feelgood. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification because we've got one hell of a night's worth of action for you here. The future stars, the future prospects of the MPWF will compete on tonight's show. And ladies and gentlemen, we could be looking at the main eventers for the MPWF in 2028 right here, right now. What a huge opportunity and what a huge show here scheduled on the MPWF Chairman channel. We are live from Chicago, Illinois for some spectacular action here tonight. And we head to ringside right now, folks, for our opening contest of the evening for the Future Generation Championship, a title specifically dedicated to the future of the MPWF. Making his debut here in the World Wrestling Future, Romeo, his brother, the current YouTube champion on Annihilation, the Cypher. We've seen Romeo in action even at MPWF Survivor Series. Signing a deal with the World Wrestling Future has a huge opportunity in our opening matchup. Again, the rules for the F-Gen Championship means future generation, which means anybody competing for this championship has to have never have won the World Wrestling Future title. We are truly putting it out there and seeing what the talents of the future can pull off here at this event and in any other World Wrestling Future event. Again, the WWF partnered with CAW Wrestling Global, which is also on the MPWF Chairman channel right now, where you can see the action of all the wrestling around the world in the MPWF CAW Wrestling universe. And introducing next here is the F-Gen champion, is the Flyboy, Fletcher. Fletcher, one of the most popular superstars today in the World Wrestling Future and a top prospect here. I know that many of the MPWF fans of the main roster are waiting for this man to show up and show out on either MPWF Raw or Annihilation, but right now wearing the F-Gen Championship proudly here as we get ready for this opening bout at the Resurrection. Again, Christmas Carnage came out in December, where we got to see a return to the World Wrestling Future, and we are continuing that here tonight. Again, it's going to be good vibes here tonight, good vibes in the arena. And we just finished off Bloodlines and Bound by Honor, as well as you can check out the pre-show to this event to see more superstars who are a part of the World Wrestling Future, folks. And that's what it's all about, the Future Generation Championship up on the line up next. Again, what a huge opportunity for Romeo. You see still, well, let's get into the story of Romeo. Let me speak for those of you that are watching the MPWF for the first time, watching the World Wrestling Future for the first time. Romeo was embroiled in his brother's rivalry as he fought CJ Parker. CJ Parker broke the arm of Romeo. That led to Romeo trying to fight CJ Parker at Survivor Series, and his heart and determination impressed Craig David so much, the general manager of the World Wrestling Future, that KK Kwan set it up and got him signed here, and again impressed so much that his debut matchup in the WWF is for the F-Gen Championship against Flyboy Fletcher. Fletcher has been in the World Wrestling Future since we returned to YouTube. Again, joining us at 18 years of age, 5 years later. Fletcher, not even in his mid-20s yet. The sky is the limit. And oh wait, look at that! Romeo with that unorthodox offense right off the bat here. And Romeo, now look at this. And a beautiful spinning drop kick here, and oh well, we are going to have ourselves a match, folks. Fletcher is the Flyboy, cruiserweight style in his name. Romeo bringing that action here with those quick strikes. Romeo delving into more Muay Thai and using that with his athletic high-flying ability. We mentioned his brother, the Cypher, a boxer by trade. So again, matching styles, bringing different fight styles here to the World Wrestling Future. And now, oh, backstab there by Fletcher. What Fletcher has had to learn here is composure, to not get rocked in that situation. Romeo's going to come out the gates. He wants to impress. He wants to leave a mark. Aaron Fletcher has to not be overzealous. He has to take control like the veteran he has become here in the WWF. And a nice slam there by Aaron Flyboy Fletcher. Fletcher on the second rope now, waiting for Romeo to come to him. That's exactly what I was talking about, that composure. But Romeo saw it coming there. And now around with that waist lock here. And now, oh, look at this. Romeo mirror moving Aaron Fletcher here in this match. Again, still to come tonight, we've got ourselves 4 more matches. Multiple championship bouts here tonight. It's going to be a hell of a show. As Romeo up the top rope, and oh, he went for something up the top, and Aaron Fletcher moved out the way. And now, oh, there is a poison Rhino, ladies and gentlemen. And as cool as that move looks, it hurts like hell. Imagine being dropped backwards onto your skull and neck, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing that polysporin can do about that situation, I'm telling you that right now. As Aaron Fletcher sends Romeo all the way to the floor, and the Flyboy is about to fly here tonight. And Aaron Fletcher here flies with the suicide dive. And again, folks, the composure which I mentioned before of Aaron Fletcher. To use the suicide dive, we've seen this man do Sasuke specials, do all kinds of spins to the outside, but it's in the early goings, and Aaron Fletcher doesn't know too much about his opponent. So he's going to hit him with some hard offense, but he's going to keep it sound, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to go and whip out and make a mistake, and then all of a sudden show up here at the Resurrection and lose your championship. Aaron Fletcher is going to play it safe in this matchup and make sure that he walks away tonight with a title. As he sends Romeo into the ropes here, and now spine buster there by Aaron Fletcher. And showing off those muscles he's gained, he is in tremendous shape. Aaron Fletcher is working super hard in the gym. And the Flyboy now, thought he was going to dive to the outside, and he is! He tried to psych out Romeo, but Romeo saw it coming, was prepared here, and now Romeo, oh my goodness. Now that was a hard landing on the floor for Aaron Flyboy Fletcher. As Romeo now sends Aaron Fletcher straight into that LED post. There we are, kicking off the action here at the Resurrection with all kinds of speed and vigor, ladies and gentlemen. As Romeo going all the way to the top rope here, looking to go high risk once again. Seems to love it in the high rent district. And Romeo off the top rope with a flying headbutt. And now hooking the leg here, and again, could you imagine, in his debut matchup, Romeo becomes the future generation champion. That would be the ultimate stamp and seal of approval for Romeo here. And oh, swinging that breaker there. And now, wait a minute, rolling back here. Again, I'm loving this offense here of Romeo, folks. And Romeo off the top, went for that double axe handle, got right in the lower back. And Romeo now enjoying the fact that he's competing in front of 10,000 people here in Chicago, Illinois, in the Rosemont Arena. But wait a minute, he's got him up. Oh my goodness. Dropping him right onto his knee. That patella brain buster. And Aaron Fletcher going to go for the Flyboy fly, and he hits it. Flyboy fly, but look at how smart that was there by Romeo. And Romeo with a roll up here with his foot on the rope of Flyboy fly. 2. I know Aaron Fletcher just gets the shoulder up. Romeo has been learning from his brother here. You can see that Romeo grabbing the ropes there. And oh, look at this reversal back and forth contest here. Our opening matchup of the Resurrection. Crowd loving it. Aaron Fletcher going to go to the top rope once again. And Aaron Fletcher loves it. That is a place he feels very comfortable. And Aaron Fletcher there with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope with the cover. And oh, Romeo just gets the shoulder up. A very close matchup here at the Resurrection. And now Romeo, oh, went for the super kick. Fletcher blocked it. And now the Flyboy here, super kick, and catches Romeo. And oh, what another kick there. Aaron Fletcher now, again, slowing the pace down. Keeping that composure. I know Romeo fights back though. So Romeo with that heart and determination that got him into the World Wrestling future. And now wait a minute. Backslide cover here by Aaron Fletcher on Romeo with the cover. And Fletcher catches him, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Fletcher catches it. What a matchup, or what a way to start off this event. Again, I'm going to give respect to Romeo here, ladies and gentlemen, because Aaron Fletcher didn't outright pin him. Romeo got the foot on the ropes there. Look at this, a Flyboy fly. And Aaron Fletcher using the backslide. And again, had him stacked too high. Romeo was unable to kick out, and Aaron Fletcher is still the future generation champion here. Another impressive victory for Aaron Flyboy Fletcher, and you know that KK Kwam and Brian Adams, the respective general managers of War and Annihilation, are keeping an eye out on this man right here for 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I want to thank everybody here for tuning in for the Resurrection. Also to follow us on Discord. The link is in the description below, ladies and gentlemen, and it's huge. Discord is an opportunity for us to talk all MPWF fans, where you can talk MPWF, talk pro wrestling, talk sports, talk Marvel, whatever you want to talk about. It all happens in the Discord. Make sure you come in and join our Discord, join the link. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where you can chat with everyone, okay? Where all of us MPWF fans come together, as we're going to come together for this next matchup, folks, for the Women's World Tag Team Championships. And here are the challengers, the Bad Girls Club, as they are trying to find their footing back after Bahara Kadia made her way to the main roster, and Bahara Kadia has been extremely successful. Brittany St. James and Cammie Samuels want to prove to the world that they can do this without Bahara Kadia, that they can make it to the top of the World Wrestling Future Women's Division, and that opportunity starts here tonight. But again, Bahara Kadia was in that ladder matchup at Bloodlines, as part of the tag team Strike Force with Ashanti Capoeira. So again, just as successful as Bahara Kadia has been on the main roster, these two women want to be just as successful here in the World Wrestling Future. Again, as always, remember to like and subscribe to us on not just this channel, but our main channel, the MPWF Wrestling channel on YouTube, where you can see all main roster action, folks. This is where you'll see the World Wrestling Future and CAW Wrestling Global. And here comes one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Niobe, a graduate of the first Young Lion class. Again, Niobe and her tag team partner, Mary Allentown, competed in a #1 contendership matchup at Christmas Carnage, where they were both defeated by Kim Steele, and Kim Steele will meet Hina Suzuki later tonight for the World Wrestling Future Women's Championship. There has been a bit of arguing as of late between Mary Allentown and Niobe. Both very driven, hard-working women, want to make it to the top of the singles division, but currently holding the tag team titles. We'll have to see if they capitulate here tonight against the Bad Girls Club. Big opportunity for the Bad Girls Club. But Niobe, even more powerful. I need to proceed with caution when it comes to Niobe. But as for Niobe, even more powerful than she's been, really building up that strength here in the World Wrestling Future. And here comes perhaps the heart and soul of the World Wrestling Future, Mary Allentown. A super fan turned wrestler. Worked her butt off. I tell you, the same story every time she comes to the ring. Because look at the confidence, look at the swagger in Mary Allentown. Proven to the world that she has what it takes to succeed. Greatest night of her career was winning that tag team championship, but she says that she still has designs for the World Wrestling Future Women's Championship. And again, it's a battle of the top contenders there between Kim Steele, Niobe, and Mary Allentown, and two of those women are the tag team champions. But again, got to bring that focus to tag team wrestling here tonight. And that's what's on the line, the World Wrestling Future Women's Tag Team titles. The second of 5 title fights tonight here at the Resurrection. It's a sold-out crowd here in Chicago, Illinois to see the future stars of the MPWF. So this one is going to be hard-hitting, just like our first matchup. Again, congratulations to Aaron Fletcher and Romeo. What a debut for Romeo. And Aaron Fletcher is, like I said, that man is a star, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go, tag team titles on the line. And Brittany St. James to start. Niobe and Brittany St. James both trained with each other as a part of the first class of young lions here in the World Wrestling Future. Has led to championship gold for Niobe. Brittany St. James wants to join that here. Nice suplex there by Niobe. These two women have been wrestling each other, again, since the beginning of their careers here in the MPWF. They know each other inside out. And a tag to Mary Allentown. And now, wait a minute here. Gonna have ourselves a double full toss it. Oh, wow. Big impact there for Brittany St. James. But Mary Allentown kicking out that leg here. And I'm gonna use a combination of strikes. And there's a question mark kick by Mary Allentown. And she knows that was a good one. Certainly has the crowd on her side, does Mary Allentown. As she goes off the ropes here for a shining wizard and no. Brittany St. James saw it coming in a spear. We've talked about that judo background of Brittany St. James, Cami Samuels, that amateur wrestling background. Again, fighting in Canada in the CIS, now in the World Wrestling Future. And now look at this here in a German suplex there to Mary Allentown. And now knocking Niobe off the apron. Cami Samuels can get vicious, folks. She ain't afraid of that whatsoever. And a big chopper fight back here by Mary Allentown. Misses the kick. And now again, look at this back and forth action between these two women. As Allentown heads to the top rope here. And Mary Allentown went for the double foot stomp. But Cami Samuels moved out the way. And now Samuels has her. And now look at that beautiful butterfly suplex. And once again, taking a shot at Niobe. And again, I think Samuel's going to go for that tag. And we're seeing a lot of frequent tags here between the Bad Girls Club. And quite frankly, Niobe and Mary Allentown, despite how they feel about challenging for the singles championship, they need to get on the same page here tonight in this situation. Because now look at these elbows here by Brittany St. James. And telling the crowd to shush. And that never works, folks. Telling the crowd to shut up will get them to boo you even louder. 10 times out of 10. And a big clothesline there by Brittany St. James. Yeah, it's always special for me to be able to call these events, to be able to get the feedback from the MPWF fans as to who they are ready to see in the future. Is look at the double teaming here of the Bad Girls Club, distracting the referee, using the ropes, wearing down Mary Allentown, cutting that ring 100% smack dab in half to keep her away from Niobe. Tag again, and in comes Cami Samuels off the ropes. Mary Allentown in trouble, drop toe hold there, and a beautiful elbow to the back, to the upper back of Mary Allentown. And now Cami Samuels again with another strike here on Niobe. And Samuels, though, bit too much postulating going on in the ring here. But Samuels using that power to push away Mary Allentown and easily sidesteps her. Right hand there. And now, wait a minute. Mary Allentown up, an electric chair drop there by Cami Samuels. Brittany St. James back in the matchup. And now, wait a minute. Look at this. Brittany St. James disrespecting Mary Allentown. Again, bold strategy, but I don't know if it's going to work here in this tag team title match. And now, wait. Oh, what a takedown. That wasn't. Oh, my goodness. St. James with a big knee, and oh, wasting too much time allows Niobe to come in the ring for the first time in this matchup. And Niobe here, well, the second time I should say. You can take that the way you see it, have it the way you want it. But a big strikes there by Niobe. And now Niobe, nice drop toe hold there, straight into the STF. And that's that training by Yamamoto Yoshino Oh, sorry, Yamasaki Yoshino, I should say. Yamamoto Yoshino, newly on MPWF War. As, oh, an elbow there, though. Brittany St. James fights back with another one. And oh, look at this. Another right hand here. And again, no, but Niobe breaks it up. And Niobe now collar elbow tie up here. Oh, wait a minute. I thought she was going for the clothesline. But instead, an inverted DDT to Brittany St. James. And now St. James knocks Cammy Samuels all the way off the apron. And oh, what a drop kick to the face. And Niobe now in control. But like we said, a lot less frequent tags between Niobe and Mary Allentown. My God, I'm sounding like Daffy Duck on commentary, folks. She's got that disarmer locked in. And oh wait, Cammy Samuels drop kicking the referee and Niobe. But Niobe just straight up no-sold that, ladies and gentlemen. She said, your feet ain't doing nothing to my face at all. And a suplex for Cammy Samuels struggles. Niobe taking strong style to a whole nother level here tonight at the Resurrection. Oh, Brittany St. James catching her in the face with that kick that she wasn't prepared for. And this crowd here loving this matchup. You can hear the response of the World Wrestling Future fans as she throws Niobe back inside the ring here. And now kick to the midsection here. And now wait, is this? And oh, look at this. Hanging on to Brittany St. James. Once again, look at this combination of moves here. And a DDT there by the challenger. The Bad Girls Club defeated Angel Crush to earn this opportunity at the tag team titles. Cammy Samuels now looking to finish it off for her team. And now, oh, big right hand there by Cammy Samuels. And goes straight to the submission. Straight to that arm bar here on Niobe. So this great wrestling we're seeing here in this matchup. And oh, Mary Allentown, though, saving Niobe. And again, that's honestly the first bit of camaraderie that we have seen here tonight. And wait a minute. What the hell, Cammy Samuels there with a steel chair. The referee got knocked down again. The hell is Cammy Samuels going for here? Niobe slow to get to her feet. Cammy Samuels with a chair here. And oh, wait a second. What is the meaning of this? That is a blatant disqualification for the challengers. And folks, I can't understand what this is all about. The Bad Girls Club just got themselves intentionally disqualified. Now look at this. And I went Brittany St. James down. Oh my goodness. Destroying Mary Allentown. Look at this here, folks. Oh my word. Folks, I don't understand the meaning of this. And now look at this. Karafuda clutch here. Choking out Mary Allentown. The referee trying to stop them. Another referee in the ring here as Cammy Samuels punishing Niobe. And now wait a minute. Brittany St. James getting back inside the ring here. Folks, they just gave up a title opportunity. I don't know what's happening. And now wait a minute here. Oh my goodness. The Bad Girls Club have completely laid out the women's tag team champions. But like I said, I for the life of me cannot figure out what the game plan is here. The titles were on the line and you've lost the title match. But they seem happy about it. They seem confident about it. Folks, I'm going to need some answers here because I don't understand. I really and truly do not understand why they decided to do that. But again, our main event of the evening, the Money Dion Jackson battles Rhino Rick Jones for the World Wrestling Future Championship, as well as Kazuma Fujiwara tags with Jet Goldman against the Black Mafia family for the tag team titles. And our next matchup will be for the Women's Championship, Kim Steele versus Hina Suzuki. Again, what a night it's going to be, folks. And I'm actually being told my headset that that's not going to be the next match. But wait a minute. The tag title match is actually going to be next. But we are in the back here with Emma Farris as she says, ladies, what happened out there? You were in control of the match and you both snapped. Why did you go for the DQ knowing that you couldn't win the WWF tag team titles this way? And that's what I'm trying to figure out, folks. Because it don't make no sense to me at all. Brittany St. James says, Emma, we decided to go after something much bigger than championships or titles. We came out here tonight to prove a point and get some respect. Bahara left us to pick up the pieces of what she started. She left us to play good girl with Ashanti on War. Well, we are the Bad Girls Club through and through, and everyone needs to understand that we do what we want when we want. Sending a message here is the Bad Girls Club. She says the tag team champions Mary and Niobe have gotten shots at the WWF Women's title, but what about us? All people could talk about is their potential breakup. Well, we are not breaking up. We run this entire women's division and we sacrifice the tag team titles to let the world know. But rest assured, we will get those women's tag team titles. I mean, they might get a fine. They might get a fine, some docked wages. I don't know about getting a future tag team title shot, but yeah, they are certainly proving how dangerous they can be. Well, hold the phone, folks. Hold the phone. It's the general manager of the World Wrestling Future, Mr. Superstar Craig David, multi-time world champion and legend here in the MPWF. And Craig David coming out with some hardware, folks. Hopefully we can get a little insight as to what's going on here. What an ovation in Chicago, Illinois for Superstar Craig David. Again, another man who is on the ballot to becoming a first ballot Hall of Famer in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation in Craig David. Again, we're never upset to see the general manager, but we want to find out what he wants to talk about here tonight. And he's got a championship belt with him. So again, I ain't gonna play with you folks. That could only mean one thing. But Craig Davis says, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the WWF The Resurrection. We are bringing back the World Wrestling Future in a big way on the MPWF Chairman page. But not just the WWF. We are introducing CAW Wrestling Global, as you all know, to this channel. This is where you can see action from wrestlers all around the globe outside of the MPWF. And we're going to drive the home point. The point home with CWG CAW Wrestling Global Genesis. The first show under the CAW Wrestling Global banner, the first click review will be Genesis. And he says CWG Genesis will be a special event that revolutionizes our relationship and strength with the CAW Wrestling world. And to commemorate that, we will be holding an 8-man tournament with wrestlers from around the world to crown the first ever CWG World's Heavyweight Champion. The winner, Genesis, will represent all 4 wrestling companies under the CWG banner. So folks, think IWGP. That is what we're crowning here, the CAW Wrestling Global Heavyweight Championship. And there you see it. 8 men, Billy Ray Peterson, Kong, Aaron Fletcher, Cole Quinn, Gabriel Slade, Shen Ryu, Chad Warrior, and the Money Dion Jackson. 2 representatives of each of the CAW Wrestling Global brands, BCW, World Wrestling Future, King of the Indies, and FJCW Fight Japan CAW Wrestling. And they're all going to fight to crown the first ever CWG Heavyweight Champion. And oh, wait a minute. That's the owner of BCW, Mr. Baron Blade. What the hell does Baron Blade want out here, folks? We have seen how the rivalry between BCW and the WWF has honestly become chaotic at this point, folks. And look at this, these 2 general managers staring each other in the face. And Baron Blade says, so this is the World Wrestling Future, huh? It's not as special as people claim it is. In fact, we just had BCW Spring Showdown with half-off hot dogs and a killer 50-50 ticket sale. Yet the CWG board chose this second-rate developmental show to advertise the CWG World Championship. We sent that Tom Sawyer character packing. We have Cole motherfucking Quinn, the real world champion, yet you get to make the announcement? Well, the fans here aren't respecting Cole Quinn, I'll tell you that right now. But he is the BCW Heavyweight Champion. And Baron Blade here, getting right in the face of Craig David. How on earth did he get into the building? And Craig David says, Mr. Baron Blade, I don't know how you got past security to get in the building, but I'm glad you did, because that means you're in the ring with me now. I welcomed BCW into the WWF long before the CWG became a thing. You and your shiesty promoter behavior have attacked my wrestlers and caused problems since day one. You want to know why you weren't chosen for this announcement or anything else in CWG? Well, Craig David might go off here. We might get a little shoot by Craig David here. I don't know if Baron Blade is ready for it. Craig David might go Javon Evans on him here tonight, and he says, you are unworthy, disloyal, good for nothing, piece of human defecation that ruins every and anything he touches. Get the F out of my ring. Craig David just went off on Baron Blade. And oh, Baron Blade with a strike there to Craig David. Baron Blade, a former wrestler, with a strike to Craig David, but hold on a second. And this rivalry in the CWG is heating up between BCW and the World Wrestling Future. And Craig David now sending Baron Blade to the outside of the ring. Oh, Craig David ain't done here. Again, Tom Sawyer attacked when he was a part of the World Wrestling Future at BCW. Baron Blade here disrupting a World Wrestling Future event. And Craig David looking for the superstardom kick here to Baron Blade, and he hits it. Superstardom kick by Mr. Craig David. And David now still attacking Baron Blade with the title. I don't know how the CWG board is going to feel about this, but Craig David sends a message to Baron Blade. Baron Blade upset that the World Wrestling Future was able to make the announcement for the 8-man tournament to crown the first ever CWG World Heavyweight Champion, but gets a superstardom kick for his troubles, folks. What a night it's been already. I know I'm going to be saying that a whole bunch, but we got a superstardom kick from Craig David. We almost got Starship Pain. Could you imagine? Craig David in the jeans hitting Starship Pain. But CWG Genesis is going to be spectacular as we are building to that event. Don't forget to follow us on X at MPWF 2013, as well as up next we are going to be taking a look at the World Tag Team Title Division here, folks. Jet Goldman and Kazuma Fujiwara will battle Logan Moore and Pete Jones, the Black Mafia family. This is going to be an incredibly intense battle here between these rivals for the tag team title. Let's head to ringside, folks. Here comes one of the men that has been leading the fight against the Black Mafia family, Jet Goldman, resident member of the Gold Street family, the Goldman family. Jet has been out here on his own in the World Wrestling Future, proving himself. Jet should have been a world champion in the World Wrestling Future by now, but constantly has been stopped by the Black Mafia family members, Logan Moore and Pete Jones. And right here tonight, he has found a tag team partner to face the two of those men for the World Wrestling Future Tag Team Championships. Hear this huge ovation for Jet Goldman. The crowd is excited to see what he is going to bring to the table here in this matchup tonight. And speaking of bringing to the table, the man that he found, that he has brought into the World Wrestling Future through our partnership with Pro Wrestling Global, Kazuma Fujiwara, ladies and gentlemen. And what an impressive performance Kazuma Fujiwara had on episode 2 of Pro Wrestling Global, taking on Shen Ryu for the Fight Japan Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. So much so that the MPWF fans wanted to see Kazuma Fujiwara again, and he is right here at the Resurrection, tag teaming with Jet Goldman. Again, he brings an intense submission-based fight style to the World Wrestling Future, the Iron Fist of Japan. It's going to be interesting to see how his style complements with Jet Goldman in this matchup against Logan and Pete Jones. Kazuma Fujiwara is no stranger to both of those men. Fujiwara, right before he went out on his own excursion, Logan Moore joined his excursion and was competing in Fight Japan Pro Wrestling at the same time, and Pete Jones was a part of the roster. So Kazuma Fujiwara knows these two men quite well, so it's a great pick by Jet Goldman for this matchup. But right here, folks, it's time. The Black Mafia family. The BMF of the World Wrestling future, but there is no Terrence Knight. Terrence Knight is currently in the back, focused with the money Dion Jackson with the huge matchup for the World Wrestling Future Championship. It was a Christmas carnage that these two men defeated the West Dublin Connection in a spectacular matchup to become the tag team champions. They have held those belts since December 2024. We are right now May 2025, ladies and gentlemen. And they'd be damned if they lost them here after beating all the other tag teams in the World Wrestling Future to a team teaming together for the first time here tonight. But no guidance of Terrence Knight here tonight, so this is all going to be on the BMF here tonight. I know I am damn sure excited for this one here at the Resurrection, ladies and gentlemen. So a mixed reaction for the Black Mafia family. As terrible as they can be, they are some of the coolest men you have ever seen in all of pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Like, the entrance is spectacular. Spectacular. And now you hear that reaction by the Chicago audience here. I'll tell you, the roof might blow off the joint if Kazuma Fujiwara walks away here with the tag team titles with Jet Goldman. Again, look at Jet Goldman. Look at the shape and condition that Jet Goldman is in. He is really branching out on his own, becoming his own man here in the World Wrestling Future, folks. So his father battling with his brother right now in MPWF War. We've said if you're a part of a family, don't join the MPWF because you will fight each other. But we got fighting. It's going to be for the tag team titles, and hopefully this time we get an ending to this matchup. Our previous matchup for the women's tag team titles ended with the Bad Girls Club proving a point. Hopefully no point will be proven the way the Bad Girls Club did it. And now look at that jet going straight after Logan Moore. Logan Moore, one of the men that was part of the first Young Lion class in the World Wrestling Future, has, again, we talked about Jet Goldman coming into his own. The Black Mafia family has shaped Logan Moore into the competitor that he has become, but right now he is getting whooped by Jet Goldman. And tag there, in comes Kazuma Fujiwara, the Iron Fist. And now wait a second here. A little bit of Tequila Sunrise, a little bit of Terramana Flight off the top rope there. A splash to the leg, and right there that could adversely affect Logan Moore going forward further in this matchup here tonight. I'll tell you right now, folks, back when DJ used to drink, tequila was not an option. Rum, spice rum, gin, but tequila, yikes, folks. Big yikes. But oh, what a kick there. And wait a minute, what is this here? You're wondering how the styles were going to mesh here, but wait a second. Oh my goodness. Jet Goldman and Kazuma Fujiwara hitting a little Bloody Sunday there on Logan Moore. Well, I mean, forget Bloody Sunday, coming up with a Raditz move. There's some Ginyu force going on here. But wait a second here, Logan Moore using what Terrence Knight taught him there with the ropes. Yeah, there's going to be lots of Dragon Ball Z references here. Greatest anime of all time. At me. At me. As Logan tags in. Pete Jones. Jones down on the second rope. Pete Jones. WBC heavyweight champion at boxing. Got his start in wrestling. Broke in Japan, in Fight Japan Pro Wrestling. And has ended up here in the World Wrestling Future as a part of the Black Mafia family. And they are certainly taking over here. As Jones, went for that strike and missed it. Jet Goldman saw it coming, and Jet Goldman there with the Savate kick and makes the tag back into Kazuma Fujiwara, and they are working well together here tonight. And now, nice move there. The Iron Fist, ladies and gentlemen. Going for that collar elbow tie-up, sends Pete Jones into the ropes. Drop down there by Kazuma, and oh wow! Flying elbow there by Fujiwara. And it's in his name. That man loves to use them arm bars, folks. He will rip that arm to shreds. It's Jet Goldman now back in control here. Boots to the face here of Pete Jones. Collar elbow tie-up once again. Jones sent into the corner, but no, Jet Goldman missing the splash. And now look at that choke slam there by Pete Jones. Not full elevation, but he literally grabbed him by the throat and goozled him to the mat, ladies and gentlemen. You can take that the way you see it, have it the way you want it. As Logan Moore now back inside the ring here, whipping off Jet Goldman, and now double back body drop there by the BMF. And now look at that. Disrespectful, London born. He's a roadman, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Moore is a roadman with that mustache right now. Oh man, that's a big neck snap there by Logan Moore. You know, he might end up bringing Central C to the World Wrestling future. You never know. As Jet Goldman fires back though. Wait a minute. Oh, Central C this. Central C that by Jet Goldman. But oh, Logan Moore catching it with the knee. And again, we talked about the body and that's developed in Jet Goldman. Logan Moore, who is a complete cruiserweight or junior heavyweight, if you will, is starting to get a lot bigger there. What a DDT. And oh man, that one took out Jet Goldman. DDT on the apron, and now Pete Jones to take advantage here, and now this is where the Black Mafia family works their best. Terrence Knight not on the outside, but you can see the cohesion in these two men in this tag team. Again, Terrence Knight is the man that introduced T-Dot to the World Wrestling future and to the MPWF. Now could you imagine on Annihilation if the whole entire Black Mafia family was there? The Money, Dion Jackson, Pete Jones, Logan Moore, and Terrence Knight. Again, that is what all of this is building to. The World Wrestling future. And now Jones there, collar elbow tie up again, sends Jet Goldman to the buckle, makes the tag here. And this is amazing tag team wrestling going on right now by the BMF, and Jet Goldman in trouble here. And now double shoulder tackle there by both men. And look at the confidence of Logan Moore. But oh, wait a minute, he was too close. They made the mistake and he was too close to Kazuma Fujiwara. And Fujiwara fires back there with the European uppercut. Referee trying to get a semblance of control back in this matchup. But Kazuma Fujiwara now has Logan Moore up here. And now what is this? Oh, he's got him high. Oh, brain buster. Big time brain buster. Bringing Logan Moore all the way back to Japan here, folks. And now Kazuma Fujiwara kick to the midsection here. And now wait a minute. Oh! What a suit. Oh wait, Pete Jones breaking up immediately. Deciding to himself there was no way that Logan Moore was going to kick out of that. Fujiwara on fire here tonight. Now wait a minute. Kazuma Fujiwara has Pete Jones up, and there's a backdrop on the apron, and oh, Logan Moore diving over Pete Jones to hit Kazuma Fujiwara. His face bounced off the table, but this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The World Wrestling Future Tag Team Championships. Tag team wrestling is special. Honestly, tag team wrestling is professional wrestling at its finest, folks. That could be a controversial take, but it really is. And these four men are proving out here tonight. As now look at this bulldog choke here by Logan Moore and Kazuma Fujiwara. And on Jet Goldman breaks it up. Crowd here in Chicago loving the action. And now wait a minute, tags back in Pete Jones. And wait, Pete Jones going all the way to the top rope. Fujiwara out on his feet here. And Pete Jones all the way to the floor. For the love of the game, ladies and gentlemen. For the love of the game. And now wait a minute here. Ooh, what a spine buster. What a spine buster and all. Goldman breaks it up. And now, knocking him to the floor does Pete Jones. Fujiwara though with a roll up here, with a roll up of Pete Jones. 2, no, kick out. And Fujiwara, beautiful standing drop kick. Went for another one, but Pete Jones showing that athleticism. But a kick there in the midsection. Fujiwara blocked this time. Kick there by Pete Jones. And now Pete Jones has Fujiwara up. And now here comes that power. Pete Jones and Fujiwara face first to the mat. And Logan Moore now needs to grab Fujiwara here. And Fujiwara makes the tag into Jet Goldman. And Goldman back in this. Again, the Black Mafia family since 2023 has been costing Jet Goldman championship after championship after championship. Hell, they even cost him at the last show of the Christmas Carnage as he goes for the cover here on Logan Moore. But Pete Jones breaks up and takes out the referee. So this is important for Jet Goldman to get the victory here tonight. Now wait a minute, Jet Goldman now going to the top rope. Logan Moore here out on his feet. Jet now cross body off the top. He's shining, folks. Goldman is shining here tonight. And now sends Logan Moore into the buckle. Jet Goldman now. What's he going for here? Off the top rope, Logan Moore in a world of trouble. Oh, Samoa drop off the top rope. And Jet knocks Pete Jones off the apron. And now big time drop kick there to Logan Moore. And now Jet Goldman picking up the pace here. Logan Moore trying to search himself. Jet Goldman's feeling it. Jet Goldman's feeling it over the top rope on top of Logan Moore. And he cleared it. He cleared it. Now Jet throwing Logan Moore back inside the ring. Kazuma Fujiwara back inside here. Logan needed to make the you look at that there though. Kazuma Fujiwara going to the front of Logan Moore to prevent him from reaching Pete Jones. And there it is, Fujiwara armbar. And we can have new tag team champions here tonight. And Pete Jones pulled Fujiwara off. Pete Jones pulled Fujiwara off because Logan Moore was about to tap out. And now, wait a minute, Jet Goldman now going to the top rope. Logan Moore is out. Logan Moore is out, and there's the splash. Gold Street splash off the top rope. Jet knocks Pete Jones down, and with no Terrence Knight here, could we have new tag team champions? And yes, we do, folks. Yes, we do. What a match. What a match. No Terrence Knight for the Black Mafia family, and we crown new tag team champions here at the Resurrection. You can see the replays here of this incredible matchup. Gold Street splash, and Jet Goldman, the elation on his face. And for the first time ever, Jet Goldman and Kazuma Fujiwara are the World Wrestling Future Tag Team Champions. What a moment here tonight at the Resurrection. Absolute scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute scenes. Huge. Absolutely huge. Hold on a minute. There's the money and Terrence Knight in the back. And the money says, boss man, this is not how this night's supposed to go. The boys were not supposed to lose the tag team titles. This is the Black Mafia family. We need to be out there to handle business. You know damn well that Jet Goldman doesn't deserve no titles. He's a bum. Dion Jackson, again the head honcho of costing Jet Goldman, not officially able to be out there, has allowed Jet Goldman to win championship gold. Terrence Knight says, baby, this is the best family in wrestling. We will get the tag team titles back, I guarantee it. Let Jet have a little success. Let Kazuma put himself on our hit list. Tonight is about you, man. Tonight is about the crown jewel of the family. Tonight is about the World Wrestling Future Championship. Tonight is about making you. This is the final step we take before we take over not just the WWF, but the MPWF. Wait, hold on a second. What is Terrence Knight implying there, ladies and gentlemen? What is he implying there, folks? Could you imagine, like I mentioned before, the Black Mafia family in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation? But as you can see here, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at MPWF Forever. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at how we got to this World Wrestling Future Women's Championship matchup, because just like everything else, it's going to be spectacular, folks. So let's cut to the chase. And oh, what a big right hand there. Oh wait, Kim Steele has Niobe up, spinning around in the air. What a power bomb! What a power bomb by Kim Steele for the victory. Kim Steele is the #1 contender. What a match! Power bomb, setting Niobe on the back of her head, and Kim Steele is the #1 contender for the World Wrestling Future Women's Championship. Oh man, I cannot wait to see this matchup between her and the Dragon Kid, Hina Suzuki, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Steele has improved so much in this past year. And again, it's back to the drawing board for the Tag Team Champions, and more importantly, back to focusing on the Bad Girls Club. But wait a second, Hina Suzuki got in the ring and is face to face with Kim Steele. And this is going to be the next Women's Championship matchup here in the World Wrestling Future, and I cannot wait. Hina Suzuki wants the competition. Kim Steele says that she ain't leaving until she takes the title. That's what it's all about there. The World Wrestling Future Women's Championship. So there you have it, folks. Coming up next, the women's title is on the line. And here is the challenger, Kim Steele, folks. And again, this is the only problem about us not having weekly episodes of the World Wrestling Future like we used to on YouTube. Kim Steele, the protege of Austin Taylor, MPWF legend. Kim Steele has improved so much. So much. She has worked so hard to get to this point. She refuses to go to the main roster until she wins the World Wrestling Future Women's Championship. It is hard. The fact of the matter is, the champion Hina Suzuki is not developmental at all. Hina Suzuki is legitimately top 5 women's wrestler in the world, like including the MPWF roster. So she has had a stranglehold of this division. Hina Suzuki is selling them damn tickets for World Wrestling Future events. So Kim Steele has to push herself to that level, to that point, to fight this woman making her way to the ring right now. The Dragon Kid. She took herself on a personal excursion back to Japan, and ever since she returned, ladies and gentlemen, ever since she returned, she has been on another level, folks. When I am telling you, the level of competition, the level of matches that the Dragon Kid Hina Suzuki has put on is out of this world. Look at the intensity, the ferocity. Hina Suzuki is one of the best ever, ladies and gentlemen. And when she finally loses this title, if it happens, folks, let's put that out there, if it happens, War or Annihilation is going to be stoked, folks. My goodness. Listen to this place. The Dragon Kid. Unbelievable wrestling. Hell, she won the Queen of the Starlight tournament because of the CWG partnership. She defeated Akane Chio in the final. And if you haven't watched Pro Wrestling Global Episode 2, we saw how dominant Akane Chio was. She lost the final to that woman right there, the Dragon Kid Hina Suzuki. She is on GOAT timing right now here. And Kim Steele, I don't know what she's got planned, but she's going to have something major to achieve this goal and become the World Wrestling Future Women's Champion. Because either of these two women would be an asset to War or Annihilation. Kim Steele's already been to the main roster and has honed her skills to this point. And that's what it is. That's what she wants. That's her dream, her desire, her passion. Kim Steele's going to have to find a way to nullify not just the wrestling ability, but the speed of Hina Suzuki. That is what Hina Suzuki has better than almost anyone, is speed. Kim Steele's going to have to utilize her power and keep Hina Suzuki grounded. And now Suzuki there with that shot to the back, but an elbow there by Kim Steele. And oh, again, that's what I'm talking about. It's that speed. It's that speed you have to deal with. And now Hina Suzuki going to get vicious too. Again, was in the Joshi Sports magazine for successfully holding that World Wrestling Future Women's Championship for well over a year, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we're again closer to approaching that 2-year mark. It's very similar to Justice Fitzgerald before she lost the MPWF Women's title. But now look at this here. Kim Steele catching her. And now Kim Steele, nice takedown there, and got that bow and arrow stretch, working at that lower back there of Kim Steele. Sorry, of Hina Suzuki. And I think that's what Kim Steele might have to do here, is work on that back. And now, oh, what a power bomb there by Kim Steele. Big power bomb off the bat there to Hina Suzuki. And I think Kim knows that that wasn't going to be enough. But it was a lot of heavy offense from the beginning. But right there, quickly caught by the uppercut. And now, oh, head kick there by Hina Suzuki. And Suzuki picking up Kim Steele. Kim Steele grabbed the leg though. She might have landed weird. Oh, she definitely landed weird there. DDT to the face. And now, look at that. The Dragon Kid sensed it, folks. One shot, one instance of Kim Steele grabbing a knee, and a cloverleaf was applied. But there's the power of Kim Steele. And Kim Steele, a powerlifting and bodybuilding champion, has even changed her body up to prepare for the MPWF and the World Wrestling Future. Right, and it was a nice takedown in the corner there, and Kim Steele going to the top rope here. Something that she doesn't do too often, but Steele going to dive on top of Suzuki, and no! Oh, no. There's that speed once again by the Dragon Kid, and now Suzuki off the top rope. Kim Steele took a chance in this matchup, and again, it's that speed, folks. It is hard to deal with the speed of Suzuki. And now Suzuki springboard in there with a drop kick. The Queen of the Starlight with the cover. 2. Oh, Kim Steele just gets the shoulder up, folks. And I was saying before, this is exactly what it is for Kim Steele. She, facing Hina Suzuki, is like facing no one else. And now, beautiful vertical suplex there. And she is experiencing that level change with Hina Suzuki here. And Suzuki now going to the back herself. Knee to the spine there of Kim Steele. And now sends Kim Steele to the ropes. There's Hina Suzuki. And now flapjack there, taking down the challenger. Going back for that cloverleaf. But Kim Steele able to kick her off, saying no Vass. And oh wait, clothesline there. Kim Steele fights back again. And now, oh, big calf kick there by the challenger. Steele has Suzuki back up. Kick to the midsection here now. And a flipping net breaker there by Kim Steele. And Steele quickly into the cover, but a rope break. Again, you got to watch everything. Hina Suzuki knows where she is in the ring at all times. And what an elbow there by Kim Steele. And now Steele with another elbow. Big snapmare here. And what is this? Ooh. Oh, shoo-choo. She just drove her knee straight to the midsection there. And Kim Steele has Hina Suzuki coughing right now, folks. But again, another reversal there by Hina Suzuki. And the Dragon Kid now got her up here. Falcon arrow. Nice. Falcon arrow there by Kim Steele. Hooking that leg here. Sorry, by Hina Suzuki. And oh, Kim Steele gets the shoulder up. What a matchup, folks, this is for the World Wrestling Future Women's Championship. Kim Steele having bursts, but it's not enough here on Hina Suzuki. And Suzuki reverses again. And Suzuki up the top rope and no misses. Kim Steele able to move out the way of that drop kick. And now Kim Steele going with an abdominal stretch here. Unorthodox to say the least. There's no way Suzuki planned for an abdominal stretch. So good strategy there by Kim Steele. But Suzuki fighting back here. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, head scissors takeout there by the Dragon Kid. And now wait for the clothesline and no jawbreaker. Kim Steele is digging deep here in this matchup, folks. Digging deep. And now, got her all the way back up on the top rope again. Kim Steele, I would not be asking for the crowd's adulation right now. I'd be in control. Whoa, no. Oh, she just dropped her on her head. A back suplex on Hina Suzuki's head. And oh, it wasn't enough, but it was close. If all else fails, give your opponent CTE, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can say about that. Kim Steele with a back suplex off the top rope, almost pinned the champion. And now, oh, look at that. Gold buster into the ropes. Crowd here loving the matchup. All here in the Allstate Arena. I called it the Rosemont Horizon earlier, but that just shows you my age, folks. That's Kim Steele now. Trying to go for the legs here, and I don't think that was smart. I think she needed to stay at that midsection of Hina Suzuki, but a kick to the midsection, and Hina Suzuki now with a Mahi Straw Cradle on Kim Steele with the cover, 2, and no, kick out there again. Steele back up. No, wait. Steele grabs the foot there of Suzuki, and now, oh, what a pinfall there. Kim Steele with the cover here. 2. Oh, Suzuki gets the shoulder up. And now, Steele has her. Got a top wrist lock here. And oh, Suzuki fights back out. But again, it took 3 punches. That's how much power Kim Steele still has. And oh, Steele able to reverse and then trips her up. And now, oh, back suplex right back on that head. That's smart. That's smart. I said it before. Work on that CTE. And Kim Steele says this is it. And Kim Steele now with the back flip at it. And no! Hina Suzuki reversed it. Hina Suzuki reversed it, and there's a Falcon Arrow. Kim Steele went to put on a little bit of extra sauce, and it did not pay off. And Suzuki now with the head kicks. Look at this. 2 head kicks to the face of the challenger. 2. Kim Steele still gets the shoulder up, though. Kim Steele will not quit on her dream here tonight. What a matchup, folks. And now, wait a minute. All the way to the floor goes Hina Suzuki. Throwing herself out the ring like a torpedo on her opponent. And now, wait a minute. I thought Suzuki was going to go off the apron, but decided better of it. Decided there was no time to take chances in this matchup. And oh, there's a frog splash to the lower back of Kim Steele. But Steele, though, again, like I said, won't quit. Will not quit. And wait, Kim Steele has Suzuki up. Suzuki up and Kim Steele driving her to the mat with a finishing move. With a cover and no, God, no. Kim Steele, though, gonna go back high risk. Throwing every thing she can at Hina Suzuki. Catching her barrels on the top rope and an elbow drop. Elbow drop there by Kim Steele. And now hooking the leg here to lead with the championship. And no, Hina Suzuki again. Continuing to prove why she is one of the very best in the world. And up went for the drop kick. Suzuki reversed it. The dragon kick. Oh, what a strike there by Hina Suzuki. And now, wait a minute here. Oh my goodness. A knockout knee there by Hina Suzuki. And now here comes the Dragon's Bane off the top rope. Off the top rope. Dragon's Bane elbow. That is it. Suzuki retains once again. Heartbreak for Kim Steele, but an incredible effort. What a matchup, folks. Kim Steele gave everything she had in this title matchup. Everything she had. But again, Hina Suzuki is on another level. I'm telling you right now, she could debut a War Annihilation and beat Carmen D. Carmichael or Serenity for the respective Women's World Championships. And I'm not even capping, ladies and gentlemen, that's the truth. That is the truth. That is the level of competitor that we have right here with the Dragon Kid. What a match. Suzuki's gonna have to have an off night. She is gonna simply have to have an off night for somebody to take that strap away from her, folks. It's the only way that someone's gonna be able to beat her. And hold the phone. Wait a minute, that's Akane Chiyo, the FGCW Women's World Champion. The woman who lost in the finals of the Queen of the Starlight Tournament here at the Resurrection. And again, she just came through the crowd. How on earth did she get here? She is not contracted at all. And wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Akane Chiyo said that she was going to make a statement here in Pro Wrestling Global Episode 2 and just attacked Hina Suzuki. Folks, we need some security out here right now. Akane Chiyo, as good as she is not a part of the World Wrestling Future. Or is not a part of this card or show at all. That's why there's no music playing, because she's not supposed to be here. Is there a back door or something? First Baron Blade, now Akane Chiyo? The hell is going on here? I mean, folks, I cannot have enough words to put over how good that last matchup was. And to see Akane Chiyo here in the World Wrestling Future when she's not supposed to. Again, if Akane Chiyo was here because Craig David brought her in, I'd be gung-ho on commentary right now. I'd say this is perfect. But attacking and assaulting the women's champion of this brand when you have no business being here is taking things a step too far. And folks, I'm being told we're going to head into the back here, ladies and gentlemen. And with their security, with Akane Chiyo. And Craig David say you need to get the hell out the World Wrestling Future. No one invited you. No one asked you to be here. If you've injured Hina, I will sue you. Craig David is pissed, and how could you blame him? Our women's champion assaulted by Akane Chiyo. And Chiyo says Hina does not know pain yet, but I will make her feel it. This is far from over. Folks, we're going to need a friggin' police force here to stop Akane Chiyo and others from showing up in the World Wrestling Future, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, things are completely breaking down here, folks. This is not supposed to be happening at all. Romeo will make her debut soon in the World Wrestling Future, but up next is our main event for this amazing click review. The Money Dion Jackson battles Rhino Rick Jones for the World Wrestling Future Championship. These two men have been battling for some time. Dion Jackson has not been pinned yet in the World Wrestling Future. Rhino Rick Jones has not been defeated as the champion. This is what every man on this roster fights for, to prove that they are the best in the WWF. And you already know what the black and white saturation means. It's time for the Black Mafia family, but this time with Terrence Knight accompanying him, the question will be, will Terrence Knight be the difference maker? I'm being told in my headset right now that Logan Moore and Pete Jones are not in the building. They have left already at the orders of Terrence Knight. And again, quite interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the reasoning for that is, but they are here. As well as Jet Goldman and Kazuma Fujiwara are celebrating. Pete Jones says that he can handle Dion Jackson. So we know that it's these two men, one-on-one, no interference. Who is going to walk away with the World Wrestling Future Championship? And again, I mean, there's going to be some other caveats that we have to mention as well with the situation. There was the Christmas Carnage event where Terrence Knight brought in franchise member Jim Jocko, MPWF legend, as his tag team partner. And then that situation devolved when the franchise decided to take everyone out, both men including the World Wrestling Future Champion Rhino Rick Jones. And then it was on the King of the Indies in Philadelphia that the Black Mafia family cost Jim Jocko the King of the Indies championship, folks. So again, it's like there's the other caveat of Jim Jocko as well, but he's not here tonight, folks. This is the World Wrestling Future, The Resurrection. Jim Jocko is a part of the franchise with the Black Giant. But it's about this battle, this rivalry between these two men here, trained under Ivan Volkov, has Rhino Rick Jones, originally came into the Major Pain Wrestling Federation with Savage Rate Shane Riley and the current Zero Limits champion Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz. After Rhino Rick Jones broke up with Shane Riley, he took himself back to the World Wrestling Future. And again, it was worthwhile. Instead of being released, Rick Jones decided that he was going to go and prove himself in the WWF. And he has. He is the champion. But it's not going to be easy against that undefeated athlete there, Dion Jackson. And again, with the eventual move to 2K25 coming up, there's going to be some releases that take place there as well. It's never a good time, but new roster members, new people joining the MPWF. And like I've said before, this whole event is a scouting mission for the main roster of the MPWF with Brian Adams and KK Kwam. But here we go. This is going to be a battle, folks. This is going to be a battle. New Orleans Saints running back Dion Jackson versus pure fighter in the Rhino, Rick Jones. These two men have sold out the Allstate Arena for this battle. And here we go. And Rick Jones says, let's go. And oh, wait a minute. Dion Jackson saying, let's go, but on the outside of the ring. And Terrence Knight clapping his hands, saying, good strategy, son. Good strategy. Or good strategy, man, as I should say, or as Terrence Knight would say. And oh, wait a minute. Rick Jones has had enough. And Rick Jones now gonna pound on the chest there of the Money Dion Jackson. Pause, ladies and gentlemen. You know I'm talking about just the strikes here, folks. But he is beating that man's chest right now. Is Rick Jones. Now Jones now here with a German suplex, and oh, he just missed his head on the apron. And that wasn't a mistake. Well, the mistake was that he didn't hit his head on the apron, folks. And the Suplex City chant for Rhino Rick Jones. Again, trained under one of the most vicious men we have ever seen in the MPWF in Ivan Volkov. Like I said, Rick Jones is due for a return to the main roster of the MPWF with a new outlook, with a new move set, you know, with a new skill set, ladies and gentlemen. And wait a minute here, double leg takedown there by Dion Jackson. And I said it at the Christmas Carnage event. Dion Jackson has taken to wrestling like a fish in water, ladies and gentlemen. No wrestling experience, like pro wrestling that is, before getting to the World Wrestling Future, where he was originally kicked out because of his arrogant attitude, because of how he treated everyone. He then went to the King of the Indies and impressed in the King of the Indies tournament, and then outside of the World Wrestling Future in Craig David's best interest. Terrence Knight brought him back, and the money has proven himself. He has proven that he is a top talent, a top draw here on this brand. So sometimes it takes a little bit of maturing. But here we go, and there's a clothesline there by Rick Jones. And now the Rhino there with a T-bone suplex. And then you got to think about the philosophy of Rick Jones. No special treatment for Rick Jones. He had to fight for everything he's ever wanted or had in his life. That's why he became a fighter. That's why he became a boxer. That's why he joined Team Bloodshed at that time. He thought it was his way out. And now, Dion Jackson fires back with that forearm to the face of Rhino Rick Jones. And now, wait a minute here. Dion Jackson with a dive. And he hits it. Though we might have seen a reversal. But Dion Jackson got every bit of the dive that he wanted there. And a kick out there by the Rhino. Okay, both these men similar in size and stature. And again, in another universe, in another life, these two could be best friends. They train just as hard as the other. They feel the same way about success, ladies and gentlemen. And now look at this here. The Rhino there with a bear hug, squeezing the breath out of Dion Jackson. But Jackson fires back with an elbow. And a second one to the cauliflower ear. And try to disc your bubble like that, man, folks. And if you've never had cauliflower ear in your life, it is painful. Somebody rubs against that ear, it is painful. And Dion Jackson making sure he targeted it specifically. See, now collar elbow tie once again sends Rick Jones into the buckle on a hard shot this time. And now back to that collar elbow tie one more time, whipping him off the ropes. And Rick Jones all the way to the outside here. And Dion Jackson saying straight up that he might be stronger than Rhino Rick Jones. And now throwing him back inside again. And look at this. The pace completely on the side of the money. Completely on his side here. Look at this submission hold. Wearing down the lower back. Telling Rhino Rick Jones, you may be a submission specialist, but I'll make you tap out. And wait a minute. He leaned back too much. Got a little too overzealous there. Don't want to make that mistake against the Rhino. And Rhino Rick Jones got caught by that athleticism there of the challenger. And now the money has him up in that Shima driver, and he hits it. And hooks a leg here on Rick Jones with the cover and all. But I'm saying, even down to this, Rick Jones has been wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, what, 2 years? 2 years at the most? Look at the composure. Look at the composure of this man in the ring. He isn't sweating. He isn't worried. The pace he is setting is spectacular in this matchup. And that's him as a challenger. So you can only imagine what becoming the champion would do to his confidence. But Rick Jones able to move out the way. And Rick Jones saying, I need to change the tempo of this matchup quick, or I'm going to lose my title here tonight. And a backdrop there by the Rhino. Now Rick Jones now has the money up, and there's a spine buster. Rick Jones now trying to will himself back into this contest, back into this title fight. And now wait a minute here. There's a Tazplex. Tazplex, and wait a minute. And this is the issue here. This is what the Black Mafia family was missing in the tag team title match. And there is the Poison Rana, Terrence Knight. To protect his man, he said it earlier, the crown jewel of the Black Mafia family, and Rick Jones moves out the way. And Jones now on the top rope here, with this crowd completely on his side. The Rhino up the top and a big shoulder tackle, flying off the top rope and straight, trying to go for the Boston Crab here. And he gets it. The money trying to fight out of this situation. But look at the way that the Rhino is sitting down here. His butt right in the lower back of the money Dion Jackson. But just like the submission earlier, I think Rick Jones put too much stank on that. And it was allowing the Rhino to, Dion Jackson to reverse it. As he throws the Rhino to the outside of the ring here. What a matchup this is. A battle of wills for the World Wrestling Future Championship. As the money Dion Jackson now gonna go high risk here and throw his body at the champion, and he gets caught in the face. The Rhino seeing it coming, and he could be looking for the snowplow. And our Rhino Rick Jones has him up. Snowplow drives him headfirst to the mat to retain the championship. No, a very, very close near fall. Terrence Knight just said a prayer and took a breath, but wait a minute. Terrence Knight distracting Rick Jones once again here, and now diving up prettier by the mighty Dion Jackson into the cover here to become the new champion, and no another near fall. Back and forth is this matchup. Either Rick Jones is going to lose the title, or Dion Jackson is going to get pinned for the first time here in the World Wrestling Future. So far, only one man has the distinction of defeating Dion Jackson, and that is Chad Warrior in the finals of the King of the Indies. He does not want that to take place here tonight. And Rick Jones now has the money on the top turnbuckle in a very precarious position here. And now he's going to go for a high angle, high impact superplex. And look at that, wisely, the money rolls to the outside of the ring, protecting himself. It's like I said about Dion Jackson, wise beyond his experience. To have the ring awareness, to roll out the ring in that situation, but forget the awareness as Rick Jones dives off the top rope over Terrence Knight onto Dion Jackson. They're now throwing him back inside the ring here. Now wait a minute there. Terrence Knight just took a swipe at the leg of Rhino Rick Jones. And now another distraction here. And away with the backslide. Our opening contest ended with this maneuver for the evening, and no. Rick Jones get it out. Oh, Dion Jackson went for that knee. Double leg takedown with a roll-up jackknife cover here by Rick Jones. And oh, Dion Jackson just got those shoulders up. Again, an incredible main event, an incredible wrestling matchup. And now look at these body blows here and strikes by Rhino Rick Jones, and a headbutt there by the money, and the money with a clothesline. And a second one. And now grabbing the foot, and a big time trip there by Dion Jackson, as well as Terrence Knight throwing that chair inside the ring. Terrence Knight needs to get kicked out of here. He needs to get sent out of this matchup, or he is going to affect the outcome. And now wait a minute. Rick Jones now face first into the top turnbuckle, and that could be it. That could be it. A drop kick to the face there. And now Rick Jones wisely rolling to the outside of the ring. That could have been it. And now wait a minute. The money now on the top rope here. And now the money with a swanton to the floor. Swanton bomb to the floor, and this place is going crazy right now. That is the pure athleticism of Dion Jackson, folks. A swanton to the floor, not caring about his body or his opponent. And now looking for the end here to become the World Wrestling Future Champion. Rick Jones in trouble. Rick Jones on the top rope and a German suplex all the way to the floor. And that is all she wrote, folks. A new World Wrestling Future Champion, but no. The Rhino staying in this one. Keeping the fight going. And look at this Dion Jackson now. With that modified version of the Cobra Clutch on Rhino Rick Jones. Wrenching back with everything he has. Crowd here chanting vociferously, folks. My lord. And now Rick Jones fires back with that shot to the midsection. And now wait a minute, there it is. Snowplow! Snowplow, he drops in. And now Terrence Knight now onto the turnbuckle. Rick Jones has had enough of this. Rick Jones has had enough of this. And now Rick Jones had this matchup won, folks. Had this matchup won. Annoyed with Terrence Knight The money was out there by the snowplow and into the buckle of boot to the face there. By the money. Oh, there it is! The double foot stomp, turning Rick Jones inside out. And the money has done it. With the help of Terrence Knight, the money has become the new World Wrestling Future Champion here at the Resurrection. An incredible main event spoiled there by Terrence Knight. That snowplow had him finished. And there's the double foot stomp. And the money is the new World Wrestling Future Champion and still undefeated on this ground. He has taken that streak all the way to the top. And Terrence Knight is happy with his investment, with his man. Look at the elation on the face of the money. Dion Jackson, kicked out of the World Wrestling Future for his attitude, is back as the world champion. Alright, wait, hold on a minute. Dion Jackson celebrating, and Rhino Rick Jones now has grabbed Terrence Knight. And Terrence Knight has been just as complicit as anyone else in the Black Mafia family. Has caused just as much issue as anyone in the Black Mafia family. And now, wait a minute, snowplow to Terrence Knight. Rick Jones losing the championship, unleashing his anger and fury with a second snowplow on Terrence Knight. And Dion Jackson doesn't even realize he's still celebrating. His music is still playing. Rhino has snapped here on Terrence Knight. And the rest of the Black Mafia family isn't here. And Dion Jackson's still celebrating, folks. He's the new champion, and oh my goodness, look at this. The franchise is in the building. There's got to be a back door, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, there has got to be a back door that everyone's sneaking into this building from. Because Jim Jocko and the Black Giant are here in the World Wrestling Future. And Dion Jackson doesn't realize that Jim Jocko now with the strike from behind, and he's got him up for the jock drop. Jock drop on the money. Kick to the midsection, and the Black Giant now is going to go for the last ride here on Dion Jackson, and he drives him to the mat. But why are they here? Outside of the retribution on the money, why are they here? Jim Jocko says, kid, you've got a lot to learn before you make it to the top of this business. You're making more enemies than you can deal with, son. Every action has consequences. You managed to repair a broken relationship between myself, the Black Giant, and the MPWF. That's right, son. We've re-signed with the MPWF, and we are coming to the World Wrestling Future. Kiss the WWF title goodnight, because the franchise is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, the franchise officially a part of the WWF. Folks, this was The Resurrection. My name's Dwayne James, Johnny Feelgood, and I will see you soon, folks. We will be back on this channel with CAW Wrestling Global Action. Good night, and see you later, folks.